Welcome on this gorgeous day. My goodness. We're going to go and stand up and we're going to sing our opening song. We do a new one every month. So this one is Heaven is Here. It's a Claudia Carolyn and Karen Drugger. If you're familiar with either or they're both amazing. So either sings. And I'll guide you through it. Coming home to unity. Heaven is here right now. Coming home to unity. Heaven is here right now. Yeah. Coming home to unity. Heaven is here right now. Coming home to unity. Heaven is here right now. We gather here today to laugh and learn and pray, to feel the light within us grow. And now it's time to start, to open every heart to what we already know. Yeah. We gather here today to laugh and learn and pray, to feel the light within us grow. And now it's time to start, to open every heart to what we already know. Coming home to unity, heaven is here right now. Coming home to unity, heaven is here right now. Coming home to unity, heaven is here right now. Coming home to unity, heaven is here right now. Heaven is here right 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 now. Heaven is here right 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 now. Heaven is here right now. Heaven is here right now. Woo! Say good morning to your neighbor. Shake a hand. Say namaste. How do you do?
Lord, I'm still
go ahead and have a seat, and we're going to go ahead and just wish anybody in this room, or that we know and love, or that is transitioned, for January birthdays. Anybody in here that has a January birthday? Look at you. And many more. Hello, David. Good morning.
For that wonderful opening song.
It's
Can't
fun.
wait for, I'll have to be here every Sunday.
Every Sunday.
This one just to hear that song.
It's fun, isn't it?
It was one of the most uplifting songs I've heard in quite some time. It's almost uplifting as I feel seeing all these faces here. What a great way to start the year. Welcome to every one of you. I'm so glad you're here. Let us begin our service by saying together our opening statement. There is
Only one purpose and one power in my life and the universe, God the good.
We start the service every Sunday by talking about our spice candle that we have. It's in a different spot today. Maybe some of you may know why, and some of you may wonder, but we'll explain that as we go along. But we light that candle every Sunday to remind us of that divine light that's within us. And, you know, sometimes it's a brand new candle and the flames up high, and other times the candle gets burned out and it's covered, but it's still there. It's still there in the candle, just like within us. We have a vision and a mission statement to Unity Church on the Mountain. We're here to serve our church family and the whole. And a few years back, well, every now and then we get together and as a congregation and you know, think about our vision and mission statement. And a couple years ago we put it together like this. So let us say it together.
Centered God, we inspire spiritual transformation, creating a world of love, peace, and prosperity. We are an inclusive spiritual community, inspiring, awakening, and serving in love.
Now it's time for our children's blessing. We should all keep the children in the world in our hearts and our prayers, and also that child inside us. So let us take a moment to bless these children. We
love you. We bless you. We behold the Christ in you. We accept you just the way you are. Walk in beauty. You are divine.
They are, aren't they? Young and old, all do. We're going to go ahead and stand and sing the next song. Go ahead and stand up. It's called Peace. Be peace expressing the world. And I'll get it and guide you through. And just bear with me. I'm sorry. I'm still trying to get over the crud. So if my voice kind of disappears, just keep that. Just pretend you know. And this is a Chris Foster song. Let's stand together. Let's make a new day. Let's lift up each other and find a new way. Tomorrow's upon us.
time, I'd like to invite our ushers to bring our prayer box forward.
Our prayer box, which normally is on this back table, so it's easily accessible to everybody. We bring it forward as we begin and move into the prayer process of our service, because prayer is the basis of unity. So we focus first on these prayers that have been written down. So we think about the love that is expressed here, the concern that is expressed here, opening to that divine love, that promise of the divine that says, before you have asked, I have answered. But as you are asking, you become aware and you open yourself and those you love to the answers that are provided. So we open ourselves now at this moment. Open ourselves, open yourself. What is written on your heart? Maybe it will never be written down on a piece of paper. What is written in your heart? What at this moment needs releasing, needs healing? Open to that divine love that says, here am I, allow me, I am the light in your life. I am the healing. I am the wholeness. I am the peace. And in this moment, we say, thank you, thank you, thank you. We accept, and so it is. Amen.
The Unity Organization publishes a bi-monthly pamphlet called The Daily Word, full of daily affirmations. And I invite every one of you to either go online and make it part of your practice every day this year to start your day with the Daily Word, or we also have Daily Word books for sale upstairs if you would like to make a purchase. But today's daily word is the Lord's Prayer. God is with me, and all is well. If I am not sure how to pray or even what to pray for, I remember the advice of Jesus and pray the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Focusing on God sharpens my understanding of what my true need is. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth as it is in heaven. I let go and let God bring divine order into every area of my life. Give us this day our daily bread. God blesses me with enough. I only have to ask, and God will provide. And forgive us our debts, as we also have forgiven our debtors. Just as God forgives me, I forgive others. I release grudges and trust God to clear up misunderstandings. Most important of all, I forgive myself. I am grateful to God for all my blessings. Thy will be done. And the Lord's Prayer is from the book of Matthew, chapter 6, verse 10. I'd like to invite our Reverend Carol to the front.
So before we move into our prayer process, I want to explain all of these little goodies that we have, because as we move into the prayer process, it's your opportunity to be allowing that which you want to let go, that which you want to experience in the coming year. So open yourself to that process. So first of all, you have a little piece of paper like this. This is what you're going to write down on all that you want to let go of, that you want to release. And as we move on in the service, you will have the opportunity to come up here to light it from the Christ candle. And before you light it, you want a little bit twist it. Because when you light it, you don't want it to totally come out. Light it, and you will put it in there. You also have a heavier piece of paper. This is to write down on all those things that you would like to come to pass, whether they're things or feelings or whatever those situations is, wholeness. And you will put it on here, writing yourself a letter, writing a letter to God, however you choose to do that. Then you will take this envelope and you will self-address it. Your name, your mailing address on this envelope, and you will put this piece of paper in this envelope. And you can put it in the offering basket, or if you're not done with it at that point in time, just leave it on the back table before you leave. And in a few months from now, we will send it to you, and you can kind of see where you are in that process. So, letting go, what's coming next, how we're going to get it back to you so you can see how you and Spirit have worked together in this year to see what's going on. And this is, we're going to be using this in the service. So as we go through this, maybe give you some ideas and of things that you want to be letting go. And with that, shall we begin with our Lord's Prayer and moving into meditation. So just take some breaths. Begin to settle yourself. Allow your hands to relax. Breathe and allow your shoulders to relax as we speak together the words of the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. And breathing even deeper. Moving into that place of expanded openness. Spirit, we are here this morning to open ourselves to that which no longer serves us. And some of these things will maybe not be the easiest to let go of. And so we invite that divine energy to move in and through us, allowing us at least to be willing. So maybe our release might go, I am willing to let go. And we allow that divine energy, that power, that glory, that is the Father within us, to help us with that, to move it through us. We are also here this morning to expand our awareness. What is ours to do in this coming year? Who am I in this world? What am I? How am I? And in this moment, we allow an overarching answer to come through us. I am the love of God. I am the power of God expressed through human hands here on this planet. I am the light. Jesus, our master teacher, said, you are the light of the world. And we say, yes. I am willing to be the light. I am the joy. I am the wholeness. And as you move deeper into the silence, open the ears of your heart, the eyes of your heart, the love of your heart, to experience this divine love within you in the silence. And as you gently bring your consciousness back here, write down. What am I letting go of? What am I reaching out for? God, we open ourselves to that power within us. Letting go and experiencing the new. And let us reach out into our larger world, to our families, knowing that we are one and holding that process of letting go of fear and anger, letting go of darkness, opening the door to light, reaching out to our world around the globe. Oh, Spirit, so much darkness in so many places, in so many hearts. So we ask that as we open and allow that light to be the truth of who we are the light of the world. We are connecting with all of those who are shining their light, allowing the darkness to dissipate. Be with us now, in this moment and in every moment. We prepare the way before us in the presence of our enemies, whatever enemies may look like to us. You anoint us with the oil of your love, and surely goodness and mercy follows us all the days of our life, and so it is. Amen. Okay, everybody breathe. We are here, beginning a new year. What does that feel like? Beginning the new year, this newness. You know, we begin a new life every single day. And if we're in that place, we begin it. Any time we make a change, every moment, every second is our opportunity to make a change. But these powerful, power symbolic times, so New Year's, birthdays, all of those kinds of things that remind us of new beginnings. And so what is our desire? What is it that we choose to do? And don't we want to live that authentic life? What is my authentic life? What does authenticity look like to me? Our January theme, so if you have gotten one of the calendars, it says each month has a theme on there. So the January's theme is new possibilities. So we ask ourselves, what are the new possibilities for authenticity in my life? What does that look like? What does that feel like? Where am I in this process? So here's the daily word from January 1st. And of course I love this because you'll see why as I read this. The new year stretches before me like a blank canvas. What kind of life will I paint this year? I choose the brushes of service and relationship, those that feel most natural and meaningful to me. I select colors that stir my soul as I prepare to paint a new picture of my life. What palette best reflects my spirit and intentions? Bright, vibrant tones, or understated, earthy ones? I choose accordingly. I pause before the blank canvas of my life until I feel guided to create. Once nudged in a particular direction, my creativity comes alive and I begin my masterpiece. Each movement carefully selected by the master creator's direction. I behold and delight in the fresh start Spirit inspires in me. And the verse that went with that, this month shall mark for you the beginning of months. It shall be the first month of the year for you. And this is from the book of Genesis. Now, I know we have other artists here, artists in other mediums, and think about what if you changed all those paint-related words to music-related words? You know, here is this blank sheet that I can write the music, the notes that are meaningful to me. There may be other types of art reflected in how you operate in this life. And think about it. Here is this time of new opportunity. Now, the last several weeks, we have been exploring the Lord's Prayer in depth. Now, not being a person who looks far enough ahead sometimes, it didn't dawn on me what a great preparation doing that exploration was for what we are doing here this morning, until I began actually thinking about, okay, what are we doing? What are we letting go? So we began with, where is that divine? Where is God? Who is this Father? What is this Father that is within me? And we moved through, give us this day our daily bread. So what is that? Looking forward out here to this new year. What is this daily bread? And we explored, and this isn't just the good things of life. It's not just food. It is the wisdom. It is the love. It is the light. It is the joy that we are open and receiving. And then we went through forgiveness. Forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. Or in the Aramaic, free us from our offenses as we also have freed our offenders. Forgiveness of ourselves and of others. Now think about that as we're getting ready to let go. What do we need to be forgiving? And quite often what we need to be forgiving is something within ourselves. What are we holding ourselves to? Now remember, love your neighbor as yourself. And if you think of yourself with a capital S, that divine self, the truth of who I am, What am I holding within myself that really doesn't match that pattern? Can I forgive that? Can I allow that? Because whatever that divine does for us happens through us. And if I'm holding lack of forgiveness for myself or for others, that divine energy cannot move in and through my life. And then, do not let us enter into temptation, but separate us from evil. And what is that temptation? The temptation is kind of just stay stuck, you know. Stuck. We're comfortable with that place. No? So what are our temptations? And deliver us from evil. Deliver us from evil. So what is that evil? The other word for evil is error. What are the errors in my life that I'm asking that divine within me, deliver me from error? And we put all of that together. So we're always in that process of making errors. That's what life is about. We didn't come here and everything was perfect. You don't learn anything from perfection. And I'm going to use an illustration that Daniel shared with us today about band and the bands that at Huntsville High School. So there's three. There's the beginner, there's the middle, and there's the people who know it all. And guess who's learning the most? Not the people who know it all. Because if I believe I know it all and I have it all together, what am I open to learn? But it's the people that are beginning and the people that know that they have a lot to learn. So we're in that place of noticing, here's where I am in error. Here's what I have to learn in this process. So as we move forward, as we think about what am I letting go of in this place of error? And then what help do I have? For thine is the power and the glory. So at the beginning, we're saying that divine is out here, but it's also in here. So for thine, that power and glory which we have within us, there's our help. There is our help. We're not here doing it by ourselves. Our master teacher said, the power and the glory are within you. So ask for that help. And so I would like for us to look at this. So this will give us some ideas. So we've looked at where we have come from in the last few weeks. Now, this will give us some ideas. And so, see down at the bottom, so anybody who's not familiar with Edwin Gaines, who is a Unity Master Teacher of Prosperity. So this comes from one of her workshops. And I think this list, again, will begin to speak in you to say, what are my temptations? What do I need to let go of? And what am I writing down that is my future this year? So now is my time. No more excuses. Okay, no more excuses. No more reasons. So the reasons which, where's the fine line between excuses and okay, no more reasons for not moving forward. No more justification. Well, I deserve to feel this way. I'm right. I'm right. Huh? No more self-pity. Oh no. I gotta give that up. Poor pitiful me, I gotta give it up. No more being a victim. Very interesting how these also play into a lot of counseling sessions. That self-pity, that victimization. Because when you look at that process within yourself, there are benefits, there are rewards from that. So if you're going to let go of being a victim, you let go of those rewards. And you have to ask yourself, because I don't know what your rewards are from that. You have to go within and say, oh, how have I seen this as serving me? Well, we already had somebody that said, what do you mean no more procrastination? I've got to give up my procrastination? Oh, not for another few minutes. No more inertia. Okay, Carol, now we know who they're talking to. No more laziness. No more blaming anyone or anything. Ooh, it sounds like personal responsibility to me. Am I ready to do that? Am I ready to take that on? I have to let go of looking at you or that situation or my boss or my kids or the doctor or whoever. It's all their fault. Ooh. Ooh. You know, you gotta be totally aware of where I'm pointing and what's coming back to me. No more being too busy. Oh, none of us recognize that. So there's a really good way of thinking about maybe identifying. Here's some things I want to let go of. Maybe give you some ideas. Now is my time. Quietly and with sacred determination. So you think about this. This is not statements you are making to other people. These are not things you are doing because somebody else thinks you need to be doing them. You know, these are ideas to say, where am I going? So notice the word choose. It is always our choice. I choose to change. Really? Well, I did several years ago, and that's a choice that has to keep being made all the time. Boy, am I glad that I did. I choose to step outside my comfort zone. Well, I did that just recently, and that Divine Spirit provided friends that encouraged me to do this, so I wasn't left to step outside by myself. And once I did, with that support of friends, wow, I've got another whole way of operating in my life. I choose to release the past. Now, I do have to tell you, when you do this, you're going to have people, good friends, kids, husbands, wives, bosses, whatever. Don't you remember when? And to be able to be like me and say, no. So, if you remember, you're going to have to remind me because, no, I've released that. Let that go. I choose to believe in myself and my dreams. Now, I think there is one of the real biggies. I choose to believe in myself and my dreams. Now, remember that power and glory that is within you. You are not doing these things by yourself. You have all of the wisdom and the love and the joy of that divine power coming to your assistance. I choose to take all appropriate actions. Ooh. See how some of these are related to some of those things you're letting go? Action. I'm taking action. I dare to dream big. What is your biggest dream out there? And you expand it a little. I dare to dream big. Can I break outside of my comfort zone to dream a little bit bigger? I let go of all imagined, listen to that word, imagined barriers. That's one of the most powerful resources in our mind is our imagination. It can stop us and it can leapfrog us forward, depending on how we use it. I am willing to live, love, and learn. Most of us will say, well, I'm willing to love, but what do you mean? Living means doing all of these things that we're talking about. And learning, ooh, maybe that means admitting that there are things that I really don't know. And let me tell you, that's a power place. If I can say, I don't know, then I am open to all of that wisdom that is there for me. I choose to move through my resistance. Ooh, again, there's where you maybe want to go in and say, I am willing. Sometimes that moving through some of what we see out here as big things, we go, I just don't know how to do this. So you say, I am willing to allow that divine power within me to move me through whatever the situation is. I am willing to allow. I come to know there is a power within me that is greater than anything in this world. Anybody who's been in the 12-step program will recognize some of that phrasing. I come to know, not believe, to know there is a power within me. There is that power and glory within me that is greater than anything in this world. I choose to call upon this power for assistance, guidance, inspiration, courage, and wisdom. And I'm the one who chooses to do that. This power does not force itself in and through me. This power is there like the power in an electric light socket. I have to plug into that power to access it. I have to allow, I have to know that this power is there and allow it to move in and through me. I choose to pray, forgive, set goals, tithe, and get on purpose with my life. What is the purpose of my life? This is my life, and now is my time. I am going for it all. Amen. And so we move into this time of releasing, letting go. The Divine Spirit knows what I have on here to release. So as you feel led, come forward. Let me do this so you can see what I'm doing. So remember, this is that Christ-like, Christ candle, and letting it go. And you saw how that flared up, even being a little bit twisted. So twist it just a little bit. Don't leave it this way. So as you feel led, come forward.
Changes. This is the year for moving on. This is the year of overcoming. This is the year for growing strong. This is the year for a new way of thinking. This is the year for making friends. This is the year for reaching out. And this is the year for joining in. So
on all the things that I want to do. This is the chance to renew my commitment. This is the time to be conscious and clear. This is the moment for living fully. This is the year, this is the year. 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 This is the year.
Okay, and as we're moving forward, remember, you have your letter to write. This is what I want to happen. These are my goals. You have this wonderful list to remind you. Self-address this envelope. I have an envelope from last year with no name and no address on it. And I'm respecting their privacy. I haven't opened it to see who it belongs to. But our intention is to send this back to you. So please put your name and address on the outside. If you are done by the time the offering basket comes around, put it in the offering basket. If you are still working on it, before you leave, just leave it on the back table.
All right, we're going to go ahead and sing our congregational song, Blessing to the World. So go ahead and stand up. It's another Karen Drucker song. Yeah, Karen. I like amazing music. So go ahead and stand up. The words will be up here on the screen. And I will guide you through. It's very easy to follow. Remember, you are the heart. You are a blessing to the world. You are the heart. You are the hands. You are the voice of spirit on earth. And who you are and all you do is a blessing to the world. You are the heart. You are the hands. You are the voice of spirit on earth. And who you are and all you do is a blessing to the world. We are. So that's we are.